4:23, way too fast.
Hello. I don't want to waffle on too much, so I'm going to try and keep this short and sweet. So for today, I'm going to be filming parts of my run again, but instead of doing reps like I did last time, I'm going to be doing just over 11k, and my plan is to keep every k, so every split, as close as they can be to each other. So I'm going to aim for around 4:30, 4 minutes 30 per k, and see how it goes from there. So I'm not going all out, but I'm not going slowly either. It's still a decent speed. And I like this kind of run for testing out new shoes as well. So I like going at a medium speed if I'm using any new shoes, because some shoes feel a bit better when you're going slow, some feel a bit better when you're going fast. So sometimes it's good to just wear them at a medium speed and see how they go. Because yeah, the shoes I've been wearing recently are just a little bit worn. Another good thing about wearing a new shoes on a medium run is that my longer runs tend to be slower. So if there are any issues with it, if I'm getting blisters or if there are any problems, then it's not going to be, an issue for as long. On the flip side, if I wear it for a fast run and it affects my time, I could be sort of unhappy with that. So yeah, I like wearing new shoes on a medium run just to make sure everything's fine, see what I think of them. I think they'll be fine though, because I have had a pair of the exact same shoes before, just different colour. But it is quite interesting to look at it and see the difference that about 800k of running and some walking in these as well makes, as opposed to a totally new pair. Yeah, I think it's quite satisfying just to see the difference. So yeah, I'll get going, and hopefully I can be pretty even in my splits for this run.
It's easy to forget how nice new running shoes feel. First K was 4:29. Second K is looking to be up maybe a little faster, and I had to slow down a lot because I was going way too fast. But it didn't feel like it with these shoes. That second K was 4:26, so much faster. Well, it's not that much faster, but faster than I was expecting, and faster than I usually do. But I've got a range now. First K 4:29, second K 4:26. I want to try get every other K within that range. See how it goes. When I'm doing a run like this, I don't care about my overall time or my average pace. All that matters is my current pace and my average for this K. So I've got my watch set up, if you can see. All it's showing is my current pace at the top, my average pace for this lap, so this kilometre at the bottom, and then the middle is my time just for this lap, for this kilometre. .423, way too fast. I blame the new shoes because it's too easy to run fast in them. But also the traffic. It sounds weird to say the traffic makes you faster, but if you have to slow down for a road like I did back there, you end up trying to compensate, sometimes overcompensating. Of course, going uphill makes it harder. 4:26 again. And the headwind like I've got now makes it harder as well. 4:27 for the last K, which is tough considering about 900 meters of it is uphill. But now we get to go back down. Don't know how well you can hear that. I've been getting a pretty unpleasant headwind for the last couple of minutes. It's not quite as bad here, up at the top of this hill. It was pretty rough. Can't feel the wind here. But I'm going to be doing... Okay, as soon as I say that, I can feel it in my face, despite having turned 180 degrees from where I was before. Typically wants to know what direction the wind's blowing. Just ask me what direction I'm running. Chances are it's blowing in my face. 4:29. This particular route has me go for an extra loop around the hill. So I've got more hill to climb and more headwind to take. Gonna be fun. I say that like I'm complaining. It is actually gonna be fun. The last K was 4:25. A little faster than I would have liked. I'm usually more consistent than this. $4:27, that'll do. There we go, that's the hardest part over. No more hill. We've got about 2.5K left with no hills. Although it is pretty windy. That 9th K was 4:27. Again, 4:28 for the 10th K. That was 44:31 for 10K. Not bad. That's me back home now. The light might be kind of rubbish in here. I was going to film this bit outside, but then somebody's cutting their grass and it's really loud. So my splits at the end of the run, the 11th K was 4:25 according to my watch, 4:26 according to Strava, and then I think it was 4:24 according to my watch for the last 300 meters, and Strava says 4:26. So it's usually within about a second if it varies a little compared to my Garmin and Strava. So during the run it felt like I was being fairly inconsistent compared to what I usually do, but looking back at it, it's still pretty close. I mean, the real outlier is the 4:23, and apart from that, they're all within a window of 4:25 to 4:30, which is, it's really pretty close. Still pretty consistent. But I'll stick up a screenshot of these splits, but I'll also put it up of there's one a few weeks ago where I was even more consistent, although that was at a slower speed. I was around 4:35 for that one, so it's going to be easier to maintain a steady speed. I do end up looking at my watch quite a lot during that run, just to constantly keep an eye on how I'm doing, so I do end up adjusting my pace quite a lot. But it is quite a fun thing to try if you haven't done it before. Something else that I like as well is I think it was the 9th K. I missed when it was coming, so I didn't have the exact spot in my head, so I wasn't certain when I was going to hit it. And I didn't think to look at my time on my watch, because I didn't realise I was as close to the end of that K as I was. And when I hit that K, it beeped and I was bang on target. So it's really quite satisfying when I get a bit complacent or I start daydreaming or something on that run and I still end up
bang on target. So yeah, it was fun filming this video. It'll probably be quite interesting to put it back all together and watch it back as well. So hopefully you've enjoyed watching it. And if you haven't done that kind of thing where you try and do steady splits, try and give it a go sometime. You do have to go a fair bit slower than your sort of all-out pace would be. And it's only really fun if you're going up some hills, because if you're running on a really flat route, then it's not that exciting. But if you've got a hilly route, then you've got to push hard on the hills, take it easy on the downhills, and you kind of have to know the route quite well as well, so you know exactly when each K is coming up. So you might think, if I've got to drop my average by 5 seconds, if I know that I'm almost at the end of the K, then I need to really push. Whereas if I've got to drop it by 5 seconds, but I'm only 200 meters into the K, that's fine. I can just speed up just a little bit and it should work itself out. So I'd recommend giving that a go if you haven't done it already. It is pretty good fun. So hopefully if you do, you'll enjoy it as much as I do. It's quite a fun challenge, I think.